Hi guys, another showcase coming your way. I'm excited for this one. This is Dazzie's Comic Book Showcases episode 117. And today I will be showcasing the CG slab keys in my personal collection. I haven't got too many CGC slabs, but the books I do have, I think you will enjoy. Let's get into them. Okay, we're going to start with some AOKs, some gifts that I received from the fantastic YouTuber and good friend of mine, Comic Vantage, aka Lewis. When I first got into the hobby in, I guess, around about 2016, we became friends, and we still chat from time to time now on Messenger. Well, he gifted my son and myself in those early days 2 fantastic slabs sent from across the pond, America. The first book I'm going to show you is a CGC signature series. It has white pages. It is a 9.0, and this was signed in 2018 by Matthew Rosenberg, and the book is a stunning cover. This is Phoenix Resurrection, The Return of Jean Grey, issue number 1, guys. Look at that, and there we go. There's the signature. Could not believe it when we received this. This was actually sent as a gift from my son. He is a big X-Men fan, and there's early videos of him with his X-Men comics collection. And there is a video of him receiving this book, and I think I might show that at the end of this video. Just couldn't thank him enough. What generosity. Matthew Rosenberg story, Leonel Francis Yu and Jerry Alguana art, and a Mark Brooks cover. Fantastic, guys. Signed by the writer, Matthew Rosenberg. Okay, up next, like I say, another slab that I received from Comic Vantage, and this was signed by Greg Capullo in 2017. It is the Platinum Edition, and again, CGC signature series, obviously, from Chaos Comics. This is Evil Ernie 0, and a fantastic 9.6. Could not believe it when, again, this was sent across the pond. Just a fantastic YouTuber, Comic Vantage, and a really good guy. This is a Brian Pulido story. Joel Thomas and Mark Morales art, and a Greg Capullo and Mark McKenna cover. I do believe I have a Greg Capullo signature on another comic as well. There is his signature right at the bottom of the book. I know Lewis is a massive Evil Ernie fan. And then another AOK that I received this time from another great YouTuber, Dragon Ink Comics. Just arrived out of the blue through the mail. And at the time we were getting the Moon Knight TV show on Disney Plus. And what did I get? Again, sent from across the pond. Moon Knight. Issue number 1, guys, in a 9.0. I could not believe it. And there was a note that said, I think you said you missed out on one of these, so I thought I'd give you one from my pile. Enjoy, James, aka Dragon Ink Comics. And there's the note in the back. If you check out Dragon Ink Comics, he has got some incredible books. A lot from the Golden Age. He's a massive Shazam fan. Rather Captain Marvel, and he's got some of the earliest issues worth an absolute fortune. This, of course, is the first ongoing Moon Knight series. Origin of Moon Knight, first appearance of Bushman, a mercenary, an arch nemesis of Moon Knight, first appearance of Khonshu, the Egyptian god of the moon, who Mark Spector serves as its avatar. And of course we got Khonshu in the show. Yes, the case is a little bit cracked, but who cares? I could not be more thankful for that book. And I was reading that Oscar Isaacs probably won't be getting another Moonlight show, but he may be appearing in the MCU. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in Secret Wars. The next book is a book I showed off in a recent showcase. It's another cracker, guys. One of my favourite characters from DC. I've got a feeling James Gunn will use this character. I think I paid about £180 for this book because I believe in the character. One of my favourites. And a lovely Bronze Age book from, of course, Jack Kirby. This is Demon, issue number 1 in a 9.2. First appearance on Origin of Etrigan the Demon was, of course, Jason Blood. We've had him in animated form. I feel sure James Gunn will use him in the DCU, probably in the Justice League Dark show or movie. First appearance of Morgaine Le Fay, the sister of Madame Xanadu. And the first appearance of Randu Singh and Merlin. Love how he talks in rhyme. Fantastic character. I also have a raw copy of that book as well, which I picked up for less than £18. Let's get into some Star Wars books, guys, because you know I'm a massive fan of Star Wars. I collect every Star Wars key you can find, basically, and I also collect the Star Wars Kenner vintage toy line. What better book when you think of Star Wars is Star Wars issue number 1 in a 5.5. Now, I think I paid just £100 for this, which I think is a bit of a steal. Got it off a good friend of mine. Issues 1 to 6 are an adaptation of A New Hope. This is the first appearance of Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, C-3PO and R2-D2, Grand Moff Tarkin, Baru and Owen Lars. The introduction of Stormtroopers, first cover of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Han Solo, though not in story. I have the first appearance of Han and Obi-Wan in issue 2 as well. But just a fantastic book from 1977. I don't do runs on comics, but I certainly want to complete that run from the original Star Wars run from 1977. Up next is another Star Wars book, and it is the most I have ever spent on a comic book. Just a fantastic issue, and I go back to Comic Vantage because I bought this from him. I paid £260, I believe, all told, and couldn't be happier with the book. We are getting season 2 coming up soon. I have Star Wars, The Clone Wars, issue number 1. And this, guys, we know what this book is. The first appearance of Ahsoka Tano, a Togruta Jedi. First appearance of Captain Rex. Of course, I've got a feeling we're going to see a lot more of him going forwards. We had a little cameo of him in the Ahsoka season 1, didn't we? And there are just 24,508 copies of this book in existence. I had to buy it slabbed. It was just, I love the Ahsoka character, and I love Captain Rex as well. So, bang for your buck. Dark Horse Comics, and I believe besides that Marvel first run, that's where Star Wars Comics resonates with me. I like Dark Horse Star Wars. Okay, moving on. We've got a Marvel book, and it's a character appeared in his own live action show on Netflix. I really enjoyed the Netflix Marvel shows. This is, I think I paid 115 or 120 for this one. This is Hero for Hire issue number 1 in a 4.5. It was a respectable grade for that kind of money. And this character is being rumoured to be coming back into the MCU, played by Mike Coulter again. Possibly in Daredevil season 2. We know we are getting Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones, and Jessica Jones is my favourite female hero. Fantastic character. This is the first appearance and origin, of course, of Luke Cage, the first black superhero to headline a title in mainstream comics. Luke Cage became invincible to harm through a super soldier program called Project Power, aka Weapon 6. It's also the first appearance of Diamondback, Komachi and Shades. We got those characters in the Luke Cage show as well. Just a fantastic book. I have the True Believers Hero for Hire 1, so at least I got to read it. Up next, another cracker, and this is from DC Comics, Silver Age. And followers of my channel will know that when I first got into the hobby, it was the Arrowverse that got me into it. So I was really only collecting Green Arrow, Supergirl, and Flash comics. And when I think of the Flash, this is one of the biggest books because it's a cracking villain. This is from 1963, The Flash, issue 139, the first appearance and origin of Professor Zoom, Eobard Thawne, aka Reverse Flash. Of course, we got him in the Flash TV show, and a marvelous character. What did I pay for this one? I think I bought it raw for about £80, 75, £80, and then got it sent off. I was expecting about a 3.0 because I'm always a harsh grader, so to get a 4.5, I believe one of the staples popped when the book was pressed, but still I got a great grade on the book. Love that book, great read as well. Made sure to read it before I got it slabbed. And another book that I got sent off is this, one of my favourites in my collection, and again I've got a feeling James Gunn is going to use this character, and I think he will be very, very successful. We got the character in the Arrowverse, and again I think I paid about £110 for this at the Birmingham Con some years ago. Talking of showcase videos, let's get a showcase book. This is Showcase issue number 34, guys, all the way back from 1961. Marvelous book. First appearance and origin of Atom, aka Ray Palmer, in the Silver Age. 10 center. What a beautiful cover. I cleaned the book myself, got it pressed. First appearance of Jean Loring as well, girlfriend of Ray Palmer. And a pretty nice presenting copy, 4.5, again higher than I expected. And yeah, Gardner Fox story, Gil Kane and Murphy Anderson, cover and art. Love it. Showcase is my favorite DC series. Up next is a book that we've got from my favorite Marvel series, and I think I paid this in installments, and I think I paid again $140. I think I paid for this one. Could be slightly less than that, but I couldn't believe the grade when it came back. This book is pretty pricey, and it's a character that appears in the MCU, or did appear, and again, Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby and Paul Ryman cover, Larry Lieber, Don Rico and Don Heck art. All the way back from 1964, we've got Marvel Tales of Suspense, issue number 52. And we know what book this is, guys. The first appearance of Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, or Romanova. And what a fantastic cover. Pence copy, but I could not believe the price I got it for. Picked this up in it's Tewkesbury, I believe. Picked this one up in Tewkesbury. Either Tewkesbury or Cirencester, I can't remember. I think it was Cirencester actually. Planet All Stars was the book. Was the vendor, was shop that sold it to me, and they've now moved to Gloucester, so I deal with them quite a lot. It's also the death of the first Crimson Dynamo, and the first appearance and death of the second Crimson Dynamo, Boris Turgenev. But yeah, of course, we had the Black Widow movie, which I think was underrated. Love that. And of course, she died in Endgame, but who knows? With all these multiverses, we might see Scarlett Johansson back in the MCU. And the final book, guys, I spoke about this character already because I showed you a book, a #1 from their series. This is probably the most valuable book in my collection just because of how high grade it is. I thought it would be about a 6. It came back an 8, off-white to white pages. This comes from 1975, and again, I paid this in installments at the local antique centre. Could not believe the grade I got. This is a Doug Mohen story, Don Perlin and Howie Perlin art, and a Gil Kane and Al Milgram cover. This is Werewolf by Night, issue 32, in an 8.0. I could not believe it, because this book I could probably sell close to £1,000, I would think, especially if the character ever reappears. At one point this book would have been 2,000-3,000, but we know how the prices have crashed. I do believe there's time still for this one to go back up, though. First appearance and origin of Moon Knight, Mark Spector. Great book. I remember reading this one very, very carefully. And there's the back cover as well. I cleaned it myself, and then I still got it cleaned and pressed. Could not believe it came back at that grade. So that's it, guys. That is a wrap on my slabs collection. Like I say, I'm never going to buy or send off books to get slabbed, because I like to read them, and yeah, I think comics to be read. But some of these are quite valuable, so I thought it would be nice to put them as a investment for my children later on in life. That's it, guys. Thanks for your support. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.